MrTruck here with another aftermarket device I think is going to help you. Back in 2008 when we had our Great Recession, a lot of people were sending me stuff they thought was going to save the world, get better fuel mileage and all those things, and actually hardly any of them worked. Otherwise, that's what I would be talking about now. But what I've got here now is called EconoMaxx, and this device goes in your air intake and actually controls the air mixture with your fuel. So you use less fuel, makes your fuel more efficient. Pretty cool. It's MrTruck. It's like a Venturi vortex, and it's similar to like what an airplane wing does, where you have lift, the low pressure on top and high pressure on the bottom. So it does all those things in there, and it's a one-time install, simple 5-minute installation, but it is great. We tested my F-250 with a gas engine at 6.2. It gave me 18% better fuel mileage empty. Pulling 12,000-pound trailer, it gave me 14% better fuel mileage. Those are big numbers. That's 2.5 miles a gallon on the truck empty, which was big. You go from 14 miles a gallon to 16.5 miles to the gallon. Gave me a little more torque and horsepower. It did all that. We measured 0 to 60 times, and it was a little better with this. But the fuel savings is what's really going to make this thing work. And they've got them on tractors, they've got them in semis, they've got them in freighters, they've got them all over the place. That they're using them in vehicles to save fuel and give you a little more power. Gives you a little more boost on a diesel. Now we're going to do this in a 3-part series. This is the Ford we're going to do first with a gas engine. Then we're going to do a big semi. So it'll be 3 parts and 3 different tests that we're going to do to see how well this works on those 3 categories. Okay, MrTruck here. We're testing. Now, during the recession and the fuel spike and all that happened back in 2008, 2009, I got a lot of products sent to me that were supposed to be the miracle, for fuel mileage. A lot of them were fluids, additives, those kind of things, and some of them were devices. None of them were that effective. The best thing I've ever done for fuel mileage improvement was using CNG on top of diesel. But this product, which has been out for a while, it's been in a lot of other countries and in big freighter ships, whatever they call them, the cargo ships, and so they've been in use for quite a while. It's basically a turbine looking device, and you put it in your intake manifold, and of course it builds up a turbulence like a vortex. But we're going to do a baseline test with my 2012 F-250 Ford 4-wheel drive. Now the best fuel mileage test you can do is a tank to tank, but that's very expensive to do, and I'm actually trying to compare with and without the Fuel Genie, so I don't have to do a tank to tank comparison. I'm going to find a nice flat stretch of land, use the cruise control, and actually let the electronics work on the truck's computer. Now they're probably off 5%, but that's, like I say, I'm not trying to get an accurate fuel mileage test. It's a difference between before and after with Fuel Genie, and that should be a very accurate way of doing this. So I'm going to set the cruise at 70 miles an hour, and this is the baseline test. This is no Fuel Genie installed yet. I'm going to do the truck, then I'm going to do the trailer. So we're going to get the cruise control set to 70 miles an hour. I'm going to use my GPS and Ford's speedometer, and try to get it right at 70. And there I am, I'm right at 70. And that's what my GPS is saying. I'm going to figure that to be the most accurate. So, I'm going to get to a level spot here. Okay, 10 miles. Let's see where we got. 14. Wow, we're right at 14. That's what I thought it would do. Okay, now there's that test. We're almost at 10 miles. We're sitting at 9.4. Let's see if our tach is right under 2,000 RPM. See what we come up with. 9.7. 10 miles. Let's see what our fuel mileage is. 16.5. That's 2.5 miles to the gallon increase from Fuel Genie. That's dramatic. Miles an hour. We got a 7.3, 7.4. Okay, we're back coming down to 9 miles. Here, give you an idea of what all the stuff we got plugged in here. We got our drift camera. We've got our G-Tech Pro, and all this stuff on the dash. GPS, of course, gives us our speed. We're still hanging right at 70. There we are, 9.6. So we're just about to hit it. Let's see what our fuel mileage average is. There we go. Okay, shows 8.3. Wow, that's 1 mile per gallon better with the Fuel Genie than before. That's with a loaded trailer, 12,000 pounds.